Hello, Mr. Nemo here. We have another fine installment of Nemo Academy. We're going to talk about our upcoming very soon test tomorrow. Some people would like to have some hints on what to study, and so that's why I make these wonderful videos. First of all, as I'm standing here taking a look at your test, I see that some of the questions are very similar to the quiz you just took. So the first thing I would do is the quiz you just took, study it. If you didn't do well on it, ask for help from a teacher or somebody. Figure them out at home tonight what you did wrong. So if you know the quiz you just took, you're going to do really well. The first problem on that quiz, I think, had to do with triangles and figuring out side lengths, and they were similar triangles. And so that side corresponded to that side corresponded to that side, and this side corresponds to this one. So if you can figure out the scale factor and be able to, find the length of this one using the scale factor and the knowledge that you have from this side, you'll do really well on this test. If you don't know how to do that, you had better try and figure it out quickly. Another thing is perimeter. We have been talking about perimeter quite a bit. It was part of problem number 1, I believe, on the quiz you just took. Or not, if it was, there was only 3 problems, 1, 2, or 3, but one of them had to do with perimeter and scale factor. And you got to remember that perimeter is affected by the scale factor the same way as the side lengths. So if you know the scale factor, you can go from, and you know the perimeter of this triangle, you can easily multiply it, or you would multiply it because you're getting bigger, or we're always multiplying. The scale factor is going to be a bigger number to get to this triangle. So the perimeter, it's kind of confusing what I just said. Let's take a rectangle, because maybe the shapes might not be triangles anymore. I don't know. Well, actually I do, but let's take rectangles. And if the perimeter of this rectangle is 4 and your scale factor is 2, then to find the perimeter of this rectangle, all you're going to do is multiply that by your scale factor, and you're going to get 8. So we got to realize that scale factor works with both perimeter and the side lengths. I keep saying it, but some people aren't making that connection yet. So, and another thing I wanted to say is that if you're going from a smaller object, let me just get a fresh screen here. If we're going from a smaller object to a bigger, and these are just awesome rectangles here. Obviously, the scale factor, if you're going to go from the smaller one to the bigger one, the scale factor has to be bigger than 1. I can't say this. The perimeter of this shape is 4. All right, and my scale factor is, we'll just say 2 again. It's impossible for me to have a perimeter of 4 on this shape. So all the way around these side lengths, it takes me 4 moves, right? Or 4 units. This is a bigger shape over here. The scale factor, you have to be multiplying by a bigger number to get all the way around this bigger shape. Okay? Some of us aren't making that connection yet. If you start off with a bigger shape, and that's the one that you know, I know my perimeter is equal to 10, and I have a smaller shape here, my scale factor has to be smaller than 1. It has to be a fraction, because I'm going from a bigger object to a smaller one. I can't multiply 10 by any number bigger than 1 and get a smaller number. It's just impossible. So, little food for thought. Obviously, my scale factor is going to be something like 1/2, but more videos to come, and study, study, study.